Hello everyone and welcome back to an all new wicked Q&A Wednesday with yours truly on my YouTube channel, All Things Taylor, and with a special guest because we are in full-on dog mom mode is Sally Sausage. Say hi. Oh my goodness, say hi. Aw, hi. Oh my goodness, she is the newest addition to the Taylor Army. I hope you guys love her. She now has a forever family and a forever home. She is loving it. Slinky the Weenie, Sally Sausage, and Scooby-Dooby-Doo are keeping my tiny house on wheels full of love, kisses, and lots of fur. Oh yes, hi. Oh my goodness, hi. Oh my goodness, hi. Oh, thank you. So before we go any further, I would love for you to all to do me a huge favor, and Sally here, subtle plug, and to like this video so we can keep these coming and have brand new members of the Taylor Army joining me. I want to thank everybody who has been very patient as we've kind of, I had, to kind of, I don't know, deal with the recent news in my own way, and it was very rough. So I do want to say thank you to everybody who was really patient when I didn't really post on my social media all that much. So just thank you. I really appreciate it. So without further ado, today's notebook is from Quest Nutrition. They rock. I love them very much. So let's get right down to it. All the questions today came from my YouTube channel. You guys are holding it down. So make sure you give me a thumbs up, like this video, and then post your question for next week's Q&A Wednesday below this video for your chance to be featured. I would love to give shout outs to you guys. So make sure you get your questions down. First question, do I watch The Good Doctor? Oh my goodness, hi. The answer is yes. I thought that show is so good, really well done, and I really love how they portrayed the main character. It was like, the struggles were real, it was articulate, I think it was well done. I did not like in season 4 when they kind of threw some shade at Grey's Anatomy, but I was like, it is what it is, I guess. But you guys know I'm a huge diehard fan of Grey's Anatomy. Another person asked me, have I ever considered wearing face paint in the ring? The answer is I have actually worn it, and I did it in a vignette, and then a bunch of people accused me of trying to copy Soo Young, and I was like, I don't look anything like Soo Young. Like, she's doing her thing, I was doing my thing. And I'm always very careful of that. I always like to see what everybody's doing so I can come up with my own thing and not be a carbon copy. That was something that was always really, really preached where I got my training for wrestling. Don't be a carbon copy of someone else because they already exist. The most unique thing about you is that you're you. So, don't kind of throw away the most unique thing that you have right before you get to the table. So yeah, I have worn face paint and I've considered it, but I honestly would rather wear a mask. I have this like super wicked idea based on some really cool characters from DC Comics, and they're like not like mainstream DC Comics characters. So I would just be so happy if people like picked up on that. It would be so cool. But yeah, I had these people in Mexico who have just an amazing reputation for making the best lucha libre masks. This person's amazing, and so I would totally be so excited for them to make a mask for me instead of face paint. Okay, next one. Someone asked me something to the effect of, what do I say to people after when they, I guess, like when they thank me for advice or something to that effect. Honestly, I'm just the type of person that's like, hey, no problem, no thanks necessary. It's all you, man. It's all you. And that's pretty much how I say that. I'm very long-winded, so because sometimes, my mouth moves faster than my brain, and my brain already moves crazy fast, thinking of a million things in a minute. So I just try to keep it short and sweet, hey, no problem. It's all you. No thanks necessary. Thinking of you. That sort of thing. Let's see here. Have I ever considered, writing my own entrance theme song? No, I say leave that to the pros. Just like I have so much respect for, like stunt people and things like that. I think just stay in your lane. If that's something you're talented with, absolutely. But I mean, if you have an idea, go to somebody who has the know-how on how to do it. Don't just try to do it yourself, unless like you're, trying it out and and it's something you're passionate about. Other than that, stay in your lane and, hire pros, give work to other people, basically, outsource. Outsourcing is one of the most wise things I think that people can do. Let's see, you okay? You okay? So yeah, no, I don't think, I have ideas of stuff that I think is cool. I just don't think that, I would be good at writing my own theme song. Although I've written actual songs for like bands back in the day, but not, no. My next one is, hi Sally, who's got short legs? Who's got short legs? Who is my favorite Marvel Avenger? Okay, Captain America, hands down. I'm a huge Captain America fan. Always have been. As you guys know, I always wanted to be like the Madam Hydra in thank you, Sally. The Madam Hydra in pro wrestling. So that would totally be my thing. Totally a huge fan. Someone asked me, have I ever thought about tagging with Isla Dawn? Absolutely. It's really funny. As an old tag team partner of mine when I was at OVW, we actually pitched an idea as a tag team similar to her character, and we got shut down. We got shut down hard. So it's actually really cool to see that being successful and her getting to do her thing. Like, I love it. Like, we're the great granddaughters of the witches you couldn't burn. Like, I don't know. I just love that, especially being from Massachusetts and growing up not very far from Salem. Love it. That would be so, I would be so stoked. Am I a fan? So am I pro blood in matches or anti blood? Like, am I pro, con, for, against, affirmative, negative? I'm not for it or against it. I mean, I think everybody has to do what they're comfortable with. I know firsthand that, don't do stuff that you are not comfortable with. I've gotten so hurt because I felt pressured into doing things I didn't want to do, or they were shot on me after I already said no, things like that. So, and those things go wrong all the time. So I say just do you, and that seems to be like the theme for today, do you. But yeah, I'm not for it. I'm not against it. Mandy Leon and I actually really wanted to legit bleed in our no DQ match at ROH, and it got shot down. Again, it got shot down hard. There was like this big blow up at that time because the night before was a pay-per-view, right? And I forgot what pay-per-view it was, but I know one of the featured highlight attractions, thank you for giving us your input, Sally, was Kyle O'Reilly versus Adam Cole, which is really hilarious because, that just happened again at NXT, and it's always 100 every time. Anyways, and there was like so much blood and stuff that was not pre-approved by the office and agents and what have you. And so it caused like this big, huge upset with a couple people, one person in particular. And so Mandy Leon and I are the match the next night, and you can guess who got the short end of the stick. We did. So we were given like these like blood capsule things from like a magic store, and they did not work very well, and we were disappointed about that, but we did feel proud that we were both so all in, no pun intended, and we were like, yeah. I remember Rachel Ellering bled in a match because my kick went through her hands, or her hands didn't come up in time. I think her hands didn't come up in time, but it's neither here nor there. And then I remember just taking her blood, and I'm like, well, there's all this blood, we might as well not ignore it. And I like wiped it all over my face. So I'm not like for it, I'm not against it. I say be responsible and stuff like that because, bad things have happened and people have gotten things from that. So you have to really know and trust your opponent and, have records and honesty systems. So I'm not for or against, guys. Not for or against. Someone asked me about being a teacher and what do I believe in. I don't really know what they meant, so I'll just be kind of brief with it. I'm a person, and this is gonna be so much hate, I'm a person that believes pineapple does not belong on pizza. I believe that children are the future. I believe that small minds kill more dreams than the act of people going after their dreams and pursuing their dreams. I believe that dreamers can transform the world. I also believe that dreams should not come at the price of your integrity. I believe in going out into the world and being a good person. I believe in identifying and defining happiness and success for yourself. I believe in honesty. I believe in being free with your authenticity because I think that that is the most freeing and powerful thing you can do. I believe that society isn't really set up for the success of parents. I feel like, the system is against working parents, especially single parents. So I believe that, there's a lot of progress that we have come from, but I think that we still have a long way to go as a society. I also believe in, having brutally honest conversations with yourself. I believe that just because you had a really terrible, bad childhood does not mean that you need to bring that into your adulthood. I think you deserve better as a person. So be better, do better to achieve better, represent better, and be a better example. Be the adult you needed as a child, basically. That's why I always say, and I believe this wholeheartedly, that if you could believe in Santa Claus, for 5 years as a kid, then as an adult, you should be able to believe in yourself for 5 minutes to commit yourself to a change that you deserve better. I believe in equality for everyone. I believe in love and the healing power of laughter. I believe in educating yourself because I also believe that school only teaches you 20% of what you need to know as a valuable, educated member of society. I believe the other 80% isn't taught to you on purpose, and therefore you should go out into the world and find it. Let's see here. There's so much more I could do. So if you guys want me to do that, I can totally, be your pump up machine and, motivate you guys the way I had to figure out how to motivate myself. Have I ever thought about starting my own wrestling company? And if so, what would I call it and what wrestlers would I hire? I don't know what I would call a wrestling company. I think there's a lot of bad names out there. Oh boy, do I have some stories. But as far as wrestlers, I really look at, I don't care how popular wrestlers are. I care about what kind of people they are. Because at the end of the day, you, the person, is going to be representing my hard work, meaning my company. If I'm going to have you on payroll, I want to know that your social media is going to be up to par, representing my company. How you look, meaning how you dress, how you present yourself, how you act on social media is going to be a direct reflection of my company that I put my hard work, soul, and money into as an investment. I'm also going to be looking at, if I'm running family-friendly shows, I want to know that you are a talent that's worthy of being on a family-friendly show. So if you're a bad person, why would I be presenting you to fans who have families and putting their families potentially at risk because I employed a bad person? So those are some of the things that I'd be looking at. And I also don't like high maintenance people. So I would be looking at who's easy to deal with, who knows their role, knows what to do, how to act, how to be. Are they a team player, but do they also have integrity and honesty? I would also be looking at who sells tickets because at the end of the day, it is a business. And I would also be looking at, who goes the extra mile, as a talent. I sometimes would promote shows I wasn't even on, I always like to show up early. I offer to help out. Even when I was contracted to television, when I would go to indie shows, they would be so surprised when I would ask if they wanted any help with whatever it was they were doing, whether it was ring crew or chairs or cameras, whatever, So as far as some people, I would be interested in Crowbar because he is making a comeback. I would be interested in Hernandez because I've seen him be a really awesome locker room leader, and his low BS tolerance I think is very good because it kind of weeds out the people that don't love and believe in the mission of your company. And when you're investing all of that energy and heart and soul and money, you want people that believe in your product. I would take a look at Santana Garrett, Alex Gracia, Lindsay Snow, Melina, Lady Shani, Fabi Apache. Let's see here. I could go on and on and on. Kodo Hiro. Let's see. Yeah, there's just so many, because I love wrestling. There's just so many different types of wrestlers and gimmicks and stuff that I would love to get my hands on. Let me see. What is my favorite kind of pizza? Oh, plain cheese pizza. I love plain cheese pizza. I am like a little 5-year-old. I actually recently had this super awesome, I think it was a Canadian-based company, and they had this vegan pizza, and it was amazing. I could not tell that it wasn't vegan. It was so good, and you didn't feel like, oh, after. There was no food coma. So it was awesome. Absolutely. How do I feel about Awesome Kong retiring? Guys, I was sad but happy. Sad because I have so much respect for Awesome Kong. Like, she did me such a good service when I was like super young in the business and terrified. You know, and that match was so bad on my end. And you know, to her credit, I remember getting chewed out by several people in the back, and one of them is still on TV. And I respected him for it because everything he said I knew was legit because I already knew. But at the same time, it didn't feel great having that be said to me in front of like the whole locker room. I was like, could have really like pulled me aside, because like I did go out of my way way before my match to ask you to watch it and give me feedback. So you didn't have to embarrass me in front of like everyone. But it is what it is. But she did not chew me out. She was super respectful to me when I probably didn't deserve it because I was nobody. But then again, everybody deserves respect. So I think like there's a give and take there. And she actually gave me some Japanese women to watch because she said it was really evident that I loved wrestling. She said I had a lot of respect for it, and I listened to her. I understood the hierarchy, and she also said that it was clear that I had put a lot of work into wrestling, and also she could tell thank you, Sally. Sorry, guys. Careful. And she said that she could tell that I had a martial arts background. So she gave me these women to watch, and that was just really awesome because it really had a direct reflect on my style going forward. And she wrote them on the back of like the show flyer in New York. And I think I actually still have it in my collection somewhere. So sad for that, but I also know a lot of her backstory and stuff and the things that happened to her off and on over the years. So I think for me, I'm also happy for her because sad, but happy because I think this is going to be better for her body and her mental health and who she needs to be going forward as a person and as a woman. And I think the more people that show success after wrestling is the same powerful message as the men that succeed after the NFL. Because, you know, we put so much into this dream, right? And then there's so many people that feel like their life is over and that they don't have an identity anymore when the dream passes them by and it's over. Because a lot of times that happens without your say-so, without your permission, without warning. So for her to go out on her terms and stuff, I think that that's a good thing. And I want to see more people succeed outside of wrestling, after wrestling, to show that it is possible and that wrestling isn't your identity. It's something that you do and you dream about and you love. But, you know, that dream has to come to an end someday. And the more people that show success with that, I think the better off we all will be. Let me see here. Are there any celebrities that you were cool with that are cool to you? Rose McGowan, guys, is one of my favorite people. She has been such a driving force of positivity and understanding and compassion and inspiration in my life over the last few years. She really did me a solid during a dark time. You know, it's a case where a celebrity, you know, you have some stuff in common with them, and so you reach out to them because you need, you know, just some stuff, you know, somebody to understand and talk to, and she was one of those people. She was amazing. Thank you, Slinky. Also, Maria Menounos has been super amazing. Ken Jeong has been super amazing. Yeah, there's quite a few people that I feel blessed to either have them in my corner or to have their kindness and positivity as well, which also helps me to continue to be the positive person that I am, and know that every day that I go out and try to do better and be better, I'm also an integral part of making the world a better place in some capacity while I'm blessed enough to do so. So I think that is all the questions for this week. I hope you guys enjoyed this crazy, fun-filled, furry, fur friends episode of Wicked QnA Wednesday with yours truly, Taeler Hendrix. Please do me a favor and like this video, and do not forget to post your questions in the comment section on this video for your chance to be featured next week. Thank you so much, guys, and see you guys next week. Thank you, Sally and Slinky.